I chose to talk about alcohol and tobacco. I felt like these were important topics to discuss, especially how they have become big problems in the world today. Alcohol is a beverage that contains ethanol, which is a type of alcohol that is produced by fermentation from fermented fruit, honey, sugar, grain, and many other sources. Some history about alcohol is that it has been around for thousands of years with the fermentation of grain, honey, and fruit. Other terms that you've probably heard of are liquor, booze, intoxicants, and many more. Tobacco is a plant that is grown to be used for smoking and/or chewing by the process of drying and fermentation. Some history about tobacco is that it is grown natively in both North and South America. It is part of the family of the potato, pepper, and the poisonous nightshade, which is a very deadly plant. Other common terms for tobacco are chew, smokes, which are cigarettes, or some people call them cigs, nicotine, and much more. How does alcohol affect our health? Alcohol affects our health in many different ways. The moment you take your first sip, alcohol is already starting to impact your life and can and will have long-term effects on your body too. For short term, you'll start to have behavioral changes with hallucinations. If you drink too much in one night, you will black out and become nauseated, which is stomach distress. You'll have slurred speech and become fatigued. You might even develop a lung infection because if you drink frequently, you'll have a hard time fighting off bacteria and viruses. For long term, of a frequent drinker, alcohol can cause the frontal lobes of the brain to shrink. The frontal lobe is involved with motor skills, memory, problem solving, etc. Some people drink so much that they think that they need it and they can't quit drinking. Frequently drinking can lead to cancer in the throat, mouth, or esophagus, and/or breast cancer in women. It can develop pancreatitis, which is inflammation to the pancreas, and women who drink frequently can have a hard time getting pregnant, or women who are drinking and they are pregnant can cause birth defects to their baby. Smoking involves many risks, and there is no safe way to smoke tobacco. Smoking tobacco can cause many different types of cancers, such as mouth, larynx, pharynx, esophagus, kidney, and much more. How alcohol and tobacco is significant to our class population. Alcohol and tobacco are one of the most top causes of preventable deaths in the U.S. Alcohol and tobacco are usually used together. If someone drinks alcohol, it is likely that they will smoke too, or vice versa. Since there are a lot of new products that tobacco and nicotine have in them, it is important that you know what they will do to your body, especially to adolescents. It is your choice whether you want to do them or not. Some myths that I found about alcohol and tobacco while researching. The first alcohol one was that you can puke to sober yourself up. This is false because as soon as you drink an alcoholic beverage, your body absorbs the alcohol quickly and goes into your bloodstream. Another one is that alcohol kills brain cells. It does not kill brain cells, but it does impair some brain function. You can drink one drink per hour and still be sober enough to drive. This is false because your body needs more than 1 hour to clear the alcohol that you've ingested. For tobacco, I found that people think tobacco is a drug. It is not. The nicotine that is found in tobacco products is an addictive drug. For another one, smoking is relaxing. Smoking actually increases your heart rate and your blood pressure. Whether you quit or not, the damage is already done. This is false because if you quit smoking, your body begins to prepare itself. I researched alcohol use, and what came up was the correlation between anxiety and the alcohol consumption among college students. Students will drink to relieve the physical and psychological anxiety symptoms that they have due to being at college. The study showed 6.5% of college students have reported to drink alcohol with the purpose to reduce anxiety symptoms. If college students and/or other people drink to relieve anxiety, it can possibly lead to alcohol abuse, and anxiety is a huge factor of it. Alcohol is a mood changer for life. It can affect your life greatly. Alcohol consumption is very common throughout the world. Since alcohol is a natural depressant and alcoholics drink all the time, they are 60 to 120 times more likely to commit suicide. In the study that was taken, the results showed that 9.6% of the people that were studied had alcohol abuse or alcohol dependence. and that were associated with tobacco use, illicit drugs, and often had anxiety and/or mood disorder and the risk of suicide. My research for tobacco was that a study was done with adolescents, and there has been a change significantly. The study found that it takes that over the last decade, the way that tobacco is sold, that adolescents will buy it like e-cigarettes and other traditional products. Newer brands such as the Juul has large amounts of nicotine in the product. Adolescents have been buying these kind of products at a significant rate. The study also showed that adolescents who were exposed to secondhand smoke were less likely to purchase tobacco through an e-cigarette, and adolescents who were exposed to advertisements were more likely to purchase tobacco products through an e-cigarette. This decade has come a long ways on making new products which are alternative tobacco products. Understanding the harm of the new product is difficult because each device has a unique risk that comes with each product. A study that was done showed that the most harm out of a hookah, smokeless tobacco, cigars, and e-cigarettes were the e-cigarettes. In conclusion, if you choose to drink, drink responsibly. Make sure that you are in a safe environment, and if you're not, make sure that you have someone that can be your designated driver. Don't ever drink and drive because you don't want to be responsible for any bad things that could happen, such as a car wreck. Know your limit and don't overdo it. For tobacco, know the consequences if you smoke or chew tobacco, and know that it is like permanent, it does damage. Be cautious of smoking around people. And for both substances, know what you're getting into before you choose to do them, so choose wisely. And that is it. Thank you.